Hello everyone. I am trying to deploy a simple IDF application into a weblogic server, but I am unable to do so. I can't figure out what I am doing wrong. I did this before, but I don't know what the problem is now. Anyway, so check out the steps from building the application into installation. So here there's a new application. It's gonna be a Fusion web application. I'm gonna call it test weblogic install. Okay, next, and I'm accepting the defaults. Okay, so here now I'm gonna create the model. So IDF business components, new connection. It's gonna be called Scott password tiger. It will be on the same machine as IDRCL. Test the connection, success, and OK. And OK. I'm gonna query this department, put this one here, next, the view object, and finish. Okay, now let's go and create a simple interface. So this is a simple page. Double click that, press OK. Now okay, so let's display the data controls and drag the department table, drop it on the form, and I'm gonna drop it as a table. Okay. Okay, so this is the table. Go back to Facebook config, right click this and run. The reason I'm doing this just to show you that it's working in JDeveloper, of course. Okay, so as you can see, the table here get displayed correctly, no problem, right? So now I'm gonna try to deploy this application to a weblogic server. First I'm gonna stop the integrated one. Okay, and then I'm gonna run the weblogic server. Okay. So right now the weblogic server is initializing. Now, before I start with this, I'm gonna right click this my application, display application properties, and double click the EAR file. Check the simple information. Obviously the jar file is not selected, so I'm gonna select it here, and I'm gonna press OK, and then OK. Now, just to make sure, it is still haven't initialized yet. Now it's running. So let's start the deployment. Just to make sure everything is okay, I'm going to deploy the projects first. Okay, this one into our file, finish. Okay, this is the deployment window. Okay, and deployment finish, also the model, and next, finish. Now this one's finished. Now I'm gonna deploy the full EAR application. Deploy to EAR, finish. The reason I am doing this and I am not deploying it directly, just to make sure, just in case, that the files are not the latest files. Anyway, so now I'm gonna select deploy this application into application server. I'm gonna select my WebLogic server, next, and a standalone application, of course, and press finish. Now this is the actual deployment. Okay, so now okay, and deployment is finished. So let me check the WebLogic server just to show you that the application is deployed. Sorry, my system is low on memory because it contains database, JDeveloper, and WebLogic on the same machine. Anyway, so if I go to deployments, we can see test WebLogic install application 1. This is it, and it is active. Okay, this error, and no data to display. Okay, no password given, and so on, which is a real problem. Okay, now if I go to this summary of deployment and try to open this one, okay, and if I select SCAD connection here, and select testing, I'm gonna select the admin server, test the data source. I can see here test of SCAD was successful, right? So just to make sure, I already created a global data source with the same name called the SCAD, just in case. So I am gonna press lock and edit, and also I am gonna select services, JDBC, data sources, and I have another connection also called SCAD, and I'm gonna delete this one. Yes, activity changes. This is just in case this is the reason. Okay, go back to deployments. Now the application is in here. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the application. I'm gonna lock again. Let me select the application here. Select this one just in case. I'm gonna stop both of these applications. Okay, Now these are stopped. I'm gonna select them and I'm gonna delete them, and yes. Okay, so now what am I gonna do is redeploy after removing the global data source Scott, just in case it was they want to cause a good problem. Although I've tested that before and I know it's not the reason for that. Anyway, okay, and deployment finished. So right now, let me check the deployments, and I can see this one here. Let me start it. Servicing all requests. Select yes, and okay, now this one just started. Okay, so let me refresh this page again. And I'm getting the same error again. And seriously, I cannot figure out what the problem is. I've checked the documentation. I've created just jar files for the jar for the connection, or actually it's already created since I am using the wizard. I didn't change any default, as you can see, and the war file is already generated. I included the jar in the assembly of the EAR file, and this is my problem. I've been trying to fix this for a week, to figure out this for a week, and seriously I don't know what I am doing wrong. This machine is Windows Vista. uh, I don't know if there's some kind of a bug with Windows Vista or something, but I am assuming there isn't. um, if you know what the problem is, please give me a clear description